You pounded out 12 runs last night. I believe in Max's last 2 starts, he's got 27 runs of run support.
I don't know that fact offhand, but
We've
You're going to believe him after he just botched the
he doesn't know where the Pens
I think I actually got that one right.
This is the circle of trust here, man. We got to trust each other about the facts.
Right. Well, the facts are, Max is pitching his ass off, and I don't want to completely give him the Cy Young yet, but he's well on his way.
Mike, let's be honest. God forbid he gets hurt, but if he stays healthy, he's going to win his 3rd consecutive Cy Young. There's no one better, no one even close in the National League right now.
Well, he's elite, and he's as good as it gets, as good as I've ever had. And I've had some good ones. I've had Cy Young Award winners, and Randy Johnson, Brandon Webb. I've had those guys with Arizona. This guy, he separates himself from any other pitcher that I've ever been around, and I've had a lot of great ones. It just the whole attitude, the whole commitment, the whole mindset of this man is spectacular and special, and he's in a how he ramps himself up for these things. He's a complete baseball player. He wants to be a well-rounded player, a well-rounded athlete, and you could see the ownership he takes in the batter's box, on the base paths, fielding his position. He wants to win the Cy Young and the Gold Glove and the Silver Series, and that's what drives this man so much. After accomplishing so much, this guy is the most driven player that I've ever been around, even at this stage in his illustrious career so far.
Yeah, you could see it. It's like written on him. You know what I mean? Like even the fans could see it from afar. Who else is close, like that you've been around?
I mean, he reminds me of I was in Chicago in those Jordan years when carrying the club on his back, and just his commitment to win and those type of things. So we had, like I said, we had Johnson and Schilling in Arizona, and you talk about a rivalry within the team. Those guys went after it hard, and one guy fed off the other. I think we have a little bit of that with Strauss and Scherzer. I think they feed off each other's success and want to kind of one up each other, and it's just such a fun process to see this guy prepare. And the way he does it is really is so unique and really second to none.
Joined by Mike Nats GM. He joins us on the Mattress Warehouse hotline. I don't have the updated stats, but a couple days ago we were talking about the bullpen usage and wonder how concerned you are that 3 guys had pitched in over half the games already.
Yeah, well, it's a concern. It's a long season. It's a marathon. We have to caretake these relievers. They're fine-tuned athletes also, and we need to have a strategic plan, and we do. The problem is we haven't been scoring many runs. So the case is we play a ton of close one-run games, up by a run, down by a run, where you have to really use your bullpen because you don't want to give up a lead, or you don't want to fall too far behind. So we've been pushing these guys pretty hard. We think that when we get a couple of our injured relievers back, that'll take a little onus off these guys. When we get a couple of our position players back, we should be able to breathe a little easier and score a few more runs. And I think that's kind of the issue in a nutshell, is that we've played so many close games that we haven't had an opportunity to really pace these guys out the way we wanted to.
Yeah, and you shook up the lineup a little bit again last night, moving Bryce up to the pitch around the leadoff guy, and you get him a little bit more pitches to see and hit, and he got one there. I don't know what inning that was, but hit the 3-run bomb there.
I think it was the fifth
inning, yeah. So I guess Davey said he's going to ride that pony until it stops, right? I mean, I expect to see him up top again tonight.
Yeah, I think I would expect to see him up there tonight. Davey, we had a conversation about it with the coaching staff, and we felt that after a frustrating couple of weeks with Harp, getting pitched around, and then getting a couple of pitches to hit and just missing them and following them back, and we felt that really we had little to lose by shuffling the lineup and creating a little energy and that type of thing. I think the key strategical move on the lineup wasn't only putting Harp 1, was hitting the pitcher 8th and Defoe 9th. Defoe got on base 4 times last night as almost like a second leadoff hitter.
Right.
Harp came up with guys on base several times during the game. I think that's really kind of a sneaky strategic move by Davey that really went unnoticed. But I think that, it is anywhere you could make player feel more comfortable. Change it up a little bit, get a little new energy and that type of thing. I think goes a long way. The key to this whole thing is communication. Davey doesn't do this in a vacuum. He doesn't. You don't come in the lineup the next day and say, "Oh wow, I'm leading off and Defoe's hitting ninth" and that type of thing. There's communication going on. There's opinions asked. There's a talk with all the players involved that when he makes these changes. And I think that's why you see the players embracing Davey so much. It's we're all on the same page. They feel that they're part of the process, and I think that the communication aspect of Davey's managerial game is top shelf.